show us how they solve the problem of the day. On the basis of their solution and what they have written down, we award marks by comparing what they have with the solution the way we thought it should go. The problem of the day today is worth 6 points. And here is the problem. The contestants can turn their sheets over now. The distance time graph for the motion of a certain object is as shown. The contestants are to determine A, the displacement of the object during the first 2 seconds and the object's velocity during this period. Then B, the displacement and the average velocity during the interval B to C. And C, that is the third thing, the third item they are to find, the displacement, the average velocity, and the average speed for the whole interval A to D. Viewers, this is the problem of the day. Viewers, the contestants are still calculating displacement, velocities, and speed. We will leave them, take a break, and a message from our sponsors. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned.
There's a new way to brighten up everything you wash. Brillant, the blue...
All right. Welcome back, viewers, to the solution to the problem of the day. Now that we have our solutions, I'll call a contestant from each of the 2 schools to go up to the board and show us how they solve the problem of the day. Techiman. Now we have the solutions from the 2 schools. Prempeh College solution on my right and Techiman's on my left. I'll go through the solution the way we wanted it solved, and then I'll go to the problem the way we wanted it solved, and then we would, on the basis of what we have on the board, award marks. We had, this is the problem, we had a drawing or a diagram of the distance-time graph of motion of a certain object. The contestants were to calculate different items. The first one, the displacement of the object during the first 2 seconds, and then the velocity during that period. Now, the essence of this is to really know about displacement, velocity, speed, and so on. That was the essence of the exercise. Between A and B, which is the displacement during the first 2 seconds, the displacement is, you take the point of B, or the point of B, that's the final point, subtract the original one, and that will give you the displacement. So this displacement during the first 2 seconds from A to B is 4 minus 4 because the distance is the same. The distance is on the x-axis. So from A to B, the distance was both 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. So the displacement during the first 2 seconds was 0. They were also to calculate the object's velocity during that period. Velocity is displacement over time. The time was 2 seconds, the displacement was 0. So 0 over 2 is also 0. So for A, the displacement is 0 and the velocity is 0. Now when we go to B, the displacement and the average velocity during the interval B to C. Again, for displacement, we will go to see what the distance is and subtract what it was at B. So displacement at C minus that at B is 10 minus 4. So we'll get 6 meters for the displacement, and the average velocity will be displacement over time. The time period there was 7 minus 2. So we'll get 6 over 7 minus 2, or 6 over 5, which is 1.2 meters per second for the displacement, for the velocity during the interval B to C. The third thing that the contestants were to calculate, there were several factors: the displacement, the average velocity, and the average speed for the whole interval A to D. That one, you just take those 2 points because we want the whole is average, the whole thing. So between A and D, the displacement, because by the time you get to D, the distance is 0. Okay, but you started at 4. So the final distance is 0. The starting point is 4. So the displacement is 0 minus 4, which is minus 4 meters. The average velocity, which again is displacement over time, will be minus 4 over 11 because the time period between A and D is 11 seconds. So average velocity is displacement over time minus 11 over 14. So we get minus 4 over 11 meters per second. The last thing to calculate was the average speed for the whole interval A to D. Speed is a scalar quantity. We don't worry about the direction. So for the average speed, the distance is 4. We just, not displacement as such, but the distance is 4. The time is still 11 seconds. So the average speed is 4 over 11 meters per second. So this is how we wanted the problem solved. Okay. Displacement, average velocity, average speed, looking at the points on the graph. Now to the solution at Prempeh. Now the displacement is not quite right because it's 4 minus 4. You know. So, but they only took the distance at one point. So that one is not correct. But when they got to B, and the object's velocity, they didn't calculate that. Okay, the displacement, but not the velocity. So when we get to B, the displacement was all right because this time they took the final velocity, subtracted the velocity earlier on, and got 6 meters divided by the time of 5 seconds and got 1.2 meters per second. So B was calculated correctly. Now from C, they broke it down, but we want the average. So you just take the more or less the final point and the original point. And they didn't do it that way. But they recognize that it's still 11 seconds and so on. So from B is correct. A is not correct. They didn't do the other one too. So if it's 6 points, I think I'll give Prempeh 3 out of 6. The solution from Techiman is not quite, again, the displacement is not 4. You know, the same basic mistake as Prempeh did. It's not 4, and then subsequently the calculations were not quite right either. So usually what I do is give anybody who does any work at all 1. So I'll give Techiman 1 out of 6. But let me add here before I leave it that this kind of problem really was to see how students would read data off of a graph and at the same time distinguish between velocity, speed. If I asked them about scalar quantity and vector quantity, they would have given it, but I wanted them to recognize it. Okay, so this was the essence of the problem of the day. Now to round 4. Most of the questions in round 4 involve calculations. So the contestants have 30 seconds within which to give an answer. A correct answer is worth 3 points again. If the answer is not correct, I may pass it on to the other school for a bonus point of 1. The few questions that do not involve calculations, the contestants will have 15 seconds within which to give an answer. Again, a correct answer is worth 3 points, and if it's a bonus, it's 1 point. Good luck to both schools. Now back to Prempeh to start with the questions in the 4th round. Prempeh College. A swimming pool appears to be 1.5 meters deep. What is its real depth if the refractive index of water is 4/3? Yao.
2 meters.
2 meters. Techiman. What is the speed of light in a glass of refractive index 1.5 if the speed of light in air is 3 times 10 raised to the power 8 meters per second? Appear.
4.5 times 10 raised to the power 8.
No. Paul.
2 times 10 raised to the power 8 meters.
Say it again.
2 times 10 raised to the power 8.
2 times 10 raised to the power 8 meters per second. Prempeh College. The mean of 4 numbers is 12. The mean of 3 of the numbers is 13. What is the 4th number? Yes, Kofi?
9.
Yes, 9. Techiman. The mean of 4 numbers is 7. And the mean of another 6 numbers is 9. Find the mean of the 10 numbers. Appear.
12.
Paul.
11.
No. Prempeh for a bonus. Isaac.
8.2.
8.2. Prempeh. A balloon is inflated with oxygen at 27 degrees Celsius until the volume is 5 decimeter cubed at 1 atmosphere. If the balloon is taken into a cold room at -3 degrees Celsius, what will be the new volume of the balloon? The pressure in the room is still 1 atmosphere. Yeah.
What's 5?
Kofi?
4.5.
Now, viewers, it's raining rather heavily where we are now. So if you cannot hear us loud and clear, I hope you bear with us because the competition has to continue. Now, back to Techiman Secondary School. The rate of a reaction depends on the concentration of reactants A and B only. When the concentration of A is kept constant, but that of B is doubled, the rate doubles. Okay. When the concentration of B is kept constant, but that of A is doubled, the rate increases by a factor of 4. What is the total order of the reaction? Appear.
2.
No, this is your last chance because I don't want us to be guessing for so many numbers. Last chance, Appear. Yes.
6.
Prempeh College for a bonus. Yao.
3.
3. Well, I mean, it's fruitless to ask Yao whether he guessed or not, but the point is that because the other one went up by a factor of 4, it means that for that particular item, the A or B up there is 2. So you add it to the other one, and it's 1 plus 2, which is equal to 3. Okay. Prempeh College. This preamble is to both schools. No calculations here. Where in the body do the following occur? I'll give you a phrase or a sentence, and you tell me where it occurs in the body. Prempeh College. Storage of iron. Kofi?
The liver.
The liver. Techiman. Production of growth hormone. No, Isaac.
In the neck.
Thyroid.
The thyroid.
No. And these ones that I alternate, I really don't pass them on, and I give people only one chance. The anterior pituitary gland is the growth hormone, not the thyroid hormone. Growth hormone. Prempeh College. Destruction of old red blood cells. Kofi.
The liver.
Yes, the liver is correct, but the spleen also does that. So that's for information. Spleen or liver would have been correct. So I'll give him the point. Techiman, production of trypsin. Isaac.
From the gastric gland.
Gastric. For the stomach, no. Again, the production of trypsin or its precursor is in the pancreas. Okay. Prempeh College. Deamination of excess amino acids. Yao.
The liver.
The liver. The last one to Techiman. Production of progesterone. Progesterone.
The testicles.
Isaac.
The testicles.
No. Isaac. Yes, the female. So how can it be the testes? We don't have testes. Okay. All right. The progesterone is by the ovary. The females have ovary, and you guys have testes. Okay. Prempeh College. A particle moves in a straight line in such a way that its distance x meters from a fixed point O at time t seconds is given by x equals t3 minus t squared plus at. Find the acceleration when t equals 0. Isaac.
-2. -2.
What should I say? What should I say, sir?
Kofi.
X. It will be equal.
No, I want an acceleration. Techiman for a bonus, Appear.
-2 meters per second squared.
No, but he said no. You differentiate it twice because it's acceleration. Difference once and then differentiate again. You should get -12 meters per second squared. Okay? All right, Techiman. A stone is projected vertically upwards from a point O. Its distance from O after time t seconds is 12t minus 3t squared meters. How long does it take to reach the maximum height? Up here.
12.
Up here.
12 minus 60. 12 minus 60.
Prempeh for a bonus. Isaac.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Now, up here, you know what you did? The 12 minus 60 is a differential. But at the highest point, B is 0. So you set that to 0, and that's how come you get the 2 seconds. Prempeh. A force of 500 newtons and directed at 60 degrees above the horizontal pulls a 100-kilogram object 20 meters along the horizontal ground. What is the work done by the force? Isaac.
5,000 joules.
5,000. Techiman, the preamble is the same. A force of 500 newtons directed at 60 degrees above the horizontal pulls a 100-kilogram object 20 meters along the horizontal ground. Techiman, if the object starts from rest and has a speed of 4 meters per second at the 20-meter mark, how large is the friction? Up here.
400.
Prempeh College for a bonus. Isaac.
460 newtons. 460 newtons.
No. It should be 40 newtons because it's F times S, which is the work done, is equal to half mg squared, the change in kinetic energy. It's 40 newtons. All right. Viewers, that brings us to the end of round 4. The scores are Techiman Secondary School, 27 points, Prempeh College, 68 points. To round 5 of the contest. As you know, those of you who have been watching, round 5 is in 2 parts. The first part deals with riddles. Both schools are really competing to be the first to come up with a solution to the riddle. And so they don't have time at all. When they are ready, they draw my attention by ringing a bell. The bell from Prempeh College sounds like this. And from Techiman, the bell sounds like this. So the school which thinks it has the solution to the riddle will draw my attention by ringing the bell. I'll call them to attempt solving the riddle. If their solution is correct, they win 3 points. But if it is not correct, then for that particular riddle, they are out of the competition until we come to the next riddle. So here we go. Good luck to both of you. Our first riddle. I was a German physicist. I investigated by experiment the relative length of wires of different materials which had equal effect in an electric circuit. I then showed that the current in a circuit could be ascribed to the joint action of the electromotive force and the resistance in the circuit. In 1827, I published a law in electrical circuits. Up here.
Franklin.
No, it's not Franklin. Okay. You rang the bell too. Isaac.
Oh.
Our next riddle. Everybody is thinking or talking about the 21st century. I am a number in that century. Therefore, a number whose time has not yet come. But I am not the year 2000, by which the World Health Organization hopes to have health for all. Being in the 21st century means that I have 4 digits. But like the year 2000, I have only 2 types of integers. Although I am a number whose time has not yet come, I am on the lips of many Ghanaians who see vision and dream dreams. My unit digit is nothing to write home about. That is, it is not, as we old ones would say, or 0. Who am I? Kofi.
2020.
2020. Our last riddle.